It's my pleasure to welcome you to our first ever virtual awards, hosted here at Ridgeview Wine Estate. This event is an occasion to celebrate, reward and recognize the great achievement made by all, socially and commercially. I would like to thank all our judges for their commitment, all our sponsors and supporters for their continuous trust, and of course, a big thank you to all our producers. And I would like to introduce you to our two presenters, David and Joel.
Hello, I'm David Kermode.
And I'm Joel Harrison, and we are here as your hosts for the IWSC 2020 award ceremony.
Are you in your tuxedo, cocktail attire, lounge suit, or even just a onesie? Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're sitting comfortably with a glass of something really delicious.
We'd love to know where you're watching from and who you're watching with, so leave that in the comments. We'd also love to know your thoughts on who's going to win each trophy, so do get involved. And if you do, please use the tag @the_IWSC and hashtag IWSC in any social media comments.
Normally, Glasstorm would have been producing these very lovely winners' trophies. However, this year we felt it was more appropriate to donate the money to the Drinks Trust to support the individuals most affected by current events.
We have winners from across the world, making this a truly international virtual ceremony.
We also have three very special awards, our Lockdown Legends, so do stay tuned right until the very end. The beautiful Ridgeview vineyards are set in the heart of the Sussex countryside and owned by our IWSC president, Tamara Roberts, and her family. Earlier, I caught up with Tamara and chatted about her role and the English wine industry. So congratulations, Tamara, on being elected 2020 president. What's that meant for you?
Well, it was obviously a huge and unexpected honour and a real opportunity for me to highlight just how far the English wine industry has come over the last 20 years.
British wines are doing amazing business at the moment. What's next?
Well, I think we need to consolidate some of the work that's been done by the pioneers of the industry, particularly the sparkling wine industry, and move us completely away from a niche to a must-have on all retail and on-trade listings. Alongside that, we also need to understand who our consumer is now and who the consumer might be in the future. I think that's a really important piece of work. And we've always worked really collaboratively as an industry, and I think that's going to become really important moving forward too. We need to use our sparkling wines as our hero brand and market those both domestically and internationally.
Whether the medals are gold, silver or bronze, receiving an accolade from the IWSC is a fantastic achievement. The best performers from this year's awards are shortlisted for Producer of the Year, the very pinnacle of success. So, let's start with our first two Spirits Awards, the UK and International Gin Producers, sponsored by the Gin Guild. The Gin Guild, an international members organisation, promotes distilled and London gin across the globe. The Guild, which has sponsored the IWSC Gin Trophies, holds popular seminars and events and is the flag bearer for the world of gin. The shortlist for UK Gin Producer is 58 Gin, City of London Distilling, Wessex Distillery, Whitley Neal, JJ Whitley. And the winner is a distillery started by an Australian sea captain, 58 Gin.
2020 has been an incredibly challenging year, and we want to thank everyone who's helped us to get to this point. To be awarded with Gin Producer of the Year is a huge accomplishment, and we feel so humbled to be acknowledged with so many outstanding gin businesses within the UK. Thank you to the team who have worked tirelessly to keep this business running, and I'm incredibly grateful. We are small but mighty with lots of exciting things to come.
Cheers!
Our second Gin Award is for the International Gin Producer, and the shortlist is Four Pillars Distillery, Kangaroo Island Distillery, Herno Gin, Zamora Company, And the winner is a company that started in 2003 in the Yarra Valley in Australia with 3 friends and a copper pot still called Wilma. It's 4 Pillars Distillery.
Well, what an incredible honour to win this trophy again this year. Thank you to everyone at the IWSC. I also want to say thank you to everyone who supported 4 Pillars over the last 7 years. But for this trophy, it's well and truly dedicated to the team here at 4 Pillars. This has been an unbelievable year and you guys have maintained incredible standards under pretty trying conditions. Well done to you all. On behalf of Stu, Matt and myself, we're going to celebrate long and hard. And for everyone else, thanks again. Hopefully we'll see you in 2021. Stay safe.
And now we move on to the first of our 2020 Wine Awards, White Wine Producer. And the shortlist is La Chablisienne, Divino Nordheim Turnersheim, Leo Burning, La Cave des Vignerons de Pfaffenheim. And the winner is a cooperative producer from one of the most picturesque regions of France, La Cave des Vignerons de Pfaffenheim.
On behalf of La Cave des Vignerons de Pfaffenheim, I would like to thank all the wine tasters for this award. I'm very proud of the hard work done by our grape growers and our teams in the winery. Alsace is famous for its white wines, and it's a very good news that La Cave des Vignerons de Pfaffenheim received an international prize for it. Merci à tous.
Hellman Logistics ship all your entries safely to the IWSC from all over the world, and they are sponsoring the Red Wine Producer. The shortlist is Wolf Blass Wines, Forton, Rioja Vega, Rutini. This winner is a company that was started by a man who ran away from school in his home country of Germany, Wolf Blass Wines.
Steve, it's absolutely fantastic for Wolf Blass Wines to win this year's International Wine and Spirit Challenge Red Wine Producer Trophy.
Absolutely, Chris, and it starts in the vineyard, goes all the way through the winery, the cellar hands, the winemakers. It's a fantastic result for everybody.
Yeah, and it's great recognition of the whole team. It's a team effort, as you said. So what a great trophy to win. Cheers.
Next, our brandy producer, sponsored by Tallis. Created in 2013, Tallis has a long-standing reputation in the industry for being a leader in bar tops. Their expertise and commitment to quality are second to none. The shortlist for the brandy producer is Chateau de Broye, Maison Boutellière, Chateau de Pelot, Bodegas Fundador. The winner. The winner has a chateau that sits atop a hill 180 metres tall and takes its name from the Roman for high point. It's Chateau de Pelot. And the shortlist for liqueur producer is Bimmerly Private Distillery, Distillery Mozart, Humbo Shuzo, Marie Brizard Wine and Spirits. And the winner is a distillery that uses a process called sound milling, where they play music from a certain classical composer to each batch. Sound the trumpets, it could only be Distillery Mozart.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for this outstanding award. We are proud that our all-natural handcrafted masterpiece chocolate liqueurs, representing a unique chocolate symphony, have won this worldwide known and desirable award, Liquor Producer of the Year. It's a great honor and an important proof of our continuous striving for highest quality together with the whole team, and the use of best selected raw materials. Please join me, raise your glass and enjoy malted chocolate cream liqueur from Salzburg in Austria. Cheers.
Before announcing our next awards, let's take a look at how the IWSC wine judging process works. This is the heart of London's West End, where 57 experts are putting wines through a rigorous judging process. 50 years ago, the IWSC was the first organisation to launch an event like this. Since then, it's earned a reputation for being meticulous, with expert judges and an unbiased process. Here's how a typical judge's day unfolds.
It's been organised for us to be put in a sort of logical order. So generally we'd start with something quite light and refreshing and maybe going towards the fuller styles at the end. But we don't see any bottles, we don't know the producers, we don't see any labels.
So, what are the most important qualities the judges are looking for?
Balance. I think those elements, take the acidity, the fruit structure, aromatic structure, alcohol, tannins, everything has to be one. They should be an orchestra, but they should be playing together.
Discussion plays a crucial part in the judging process.
So we'll taste the wine individually without knowing what the other's thinking. You look at the component parts and it's very easy sometimes to miss something, and that's when you have a discussion as a panel.
There's something quite raw about it.
There is this aromatics, doesn't quite fit in. It almost smells like elderflowers.
And that's where the fun happens, where you can be talked up or talked down.
It's a bit out of place for me.
I was quite generous, I was on goal.
We all must believe in a wine for it to be elevated to a medal status.
After a bit of time, the black pepper came through quite nicely. It was a little bit dry.
The tannins are still slightly chewy, which is maybe you're sort of drying. But I think, lovely damson fruit on there.
Matteo has edged up to 92 with solid silver, and it's a paean to Graziano.
It's a logistical feat, as the team has to check and deliver every wine so that it's tasted in the right place by the right expert.
Thankfully, the organisation here at the IWSC is really good, so we're usually tasting on average about 65 wines a day. And they're also arranged into flights of similar styles. And it's done so that you're not jumping from one style to the next. So that does mean that you can get to the end of the day and still be able to make as good a call on a wine as you were at the beginning of the day.
With delicious wines from all over the world, it looks like a lot of fun, but this is a serious job with serious responsibilities. Judges are selected not only for their specialist knowledge, but also for their ability to taste blind. Getting the right experts is fundamental to the integrity of the judging.
I'm liking some of the depth. I tried the 212.
It's the role of the head judge to ensure there's consistency across the panels.
We're looking to analyse the scores that each of the judges give to any of the wines and make sure that we're all on the same wavelength. So any discrepancies, we're looking to retaste those wines as a team and then come down on a decision, whether that's silver or gold in that scenario.
And it's not actually about the wines being in competition with each other.
We're not really looking for a winner as such. The wines aren't competing against each other. We're looking at each of the wines individually and trying to give it its best shout. You're not comparing wine 1 with wine 2. You're looking to evaluate wine 1 on its own merit.
And each expert brings something different to the table.
We've a room today packed full of master sommeliers, masters of wine, people who are at the top of their game. Many of these people are chosen for their blind tasting ability specifically, but also because they're leaders in their field.
And it's also really important the judges leave their personal tastes at the door.
I think I liken this to, if you can think of being an art critic or a music critic. You won't want every piece of art hanging on your wall, you won't want every piece of music in your CD player, but you can appreciate things for what they are. You can take the component parts of something and say, yes, that's appealing to a certain market, so being able to step back from your personal preferences is very, very important.
So what are the judges' favourite words in their tasting notes?
Vibrant, core of fruit.
Generosity, and complexity. Vibrant, refreshing.
For me, it's the balance, either lack of it or presence of it.
Look for the IWSC name. You'll know that the wine has been hand-picked by expert judges, and it's been through a meticulous, unbiased process you can trust. It's time to go and buy something delicious with confidence. 2020 has been a difficult year, but there have been individuals and companies who have inspired us. And this year we're honouring them with our Lockdown Legend Awards, recognising them for their creativity, flair and generosity. Our first Lockdown Legend for wine is sponsored by Waitrose. With one of the most dynamic and engaged buying teams on the high street, Waitrose seeks to offer convenience and value, along with an impressive range, customer experience and service. This winner turned their business around by launching a direct-to-customers platform while supporting the hospitality sector, donating an amazing £75,000. Berkman Wine Cellars.
The Berkman team and I are absolutely thrilled to win this award for what was really an unexpected and unprecedented adventure for us. Huge thanks go to my supremely dedicated, hardworking colleagues for making this pivot possible, to Clementine Communications for getting the word out there, everyone in the press who helped spread that word, the chefs and sommeliers who partnered with us on some brilliant mixed cases and video content, and of course, all the people who put their hands in their pockets to buy some wine from this unknown entity, and in so doing, help support our beloved hospitality industry. Thank you.
Back to our Spirits Awards with Vodka Producer, sponsored by Double Dutch. The twins from the Netherlands wanted to create a brand that people chose to drink because it tasted amazing and enhanced the flavour of the spirit. They launched their premium mixer brand Double Dutch, embarking on a fantastic journey. The shortlist for Vodka Producer is Dom Wiener, Halewood International, Stalinskaya. And the winner is a company started by two founders with one objective: to shake up the local spirits market in Romania. It now sells in over 20 countries. Stalinskaya.
It is an honor for me to accept the Vodka Producer of the Year award on behalf of our company, Prodal. This keeps us motivated to drive excellency in the future across all of our endeavors, always bearing the consumer at heart and having in mind the respect for the tradition while driving innovation for the future. Thank you.
And now the shortlist for Sweet Wine Producer is Pella Estates, Estate Argyros, Royal Tokai, Mad Wine. And the winner is, well, the winning company was started by an immigrant to Canada with just $5 in his pocket. It's still family owned. Pella Estates.
Hello everyone, my name is Katie Dickinson. I'm the winemaker here at Peller Estates in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario, Canada. I'm absolutely thrilled that we have been awarded the Sweet Wine Producer Trophy this year. It is something I'm pleased to accept on behalf of our team at Peller Estates and the Peller family. Ice wine is something we're very passionate about, and we're thrilled that they performed so well this year.
The shortlist for the Fortified Wine Producer is Emilio Lustau, Kopke Port, Quinta de Pago, Morris Wines. And the winner is a winery built in the 1850s during the Australian gold rush that now makes liquid gold, Morris Wines.
It's a pleasure to accept this trophy for Best Fortified Wine Producer for an International Wine and Spirit competition. This is the strongest show in the world, and with great exhibitors from all around the countries, and we're very proud to win it. Our award wines were with our Topakes, with our Tawnies and with our Muscats, and as the 5th generation winemaker, it's been a pleasure to incorporate wines from the previous 4 generations of Morris family winemakers into these wines. And I'd also like to thank the staff at Morris Wines for their contribution in making these great wines. Thank you very much.
Moving on to our next award, Rum Producer, sponsored by William Grant & Sons. This independent family-owned Scottish company was founded in 1887. Innovation is its key word, as can be seen by the award-winning range of spirits it produces and distributes. The shortlist for Rum Producer is Belloni and Bourdillon Successeur, La Maison and Vellière, R.L. Seal, Worthy Park Estate. And the winner is from the island of Martinique, whose rums were awarded the prestigious AOC in 1996, a designation previously reserved for France's finest wines and cheeses. It's Belloni and Bourdillon Successeur.
As CEO of BBS Campari Group, I am so happy to share with you how proud we are to receive today the Rum Producer Trophy 2020. The agricole rum is still a small category on the international markets, and this award is a true recognition of the premiumness of our rums, Trois-Rivières and Maison Lamonie, produced from pure sugarcane juice, embedding the unique flavors of the Martinique terroir and the strict rules of the Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée, the only one in the world. Thank you. We are so proud.
Time for our second special award, the Spirit Lockdown Legend. And the winner of this Lockdown Legend Award was selected for their ability to move their excellent Whisky Show event online, hosting over 200 tastings, the Whisky Exchange.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you so much for this award. It means such a lot to myself and the team. I guess I just wanted to take this time to really give a shout out to everyone out there who's made such an effort over these really horrible months. We're definitely going to make it through this, but only if we work together. And please go out, support your bars, support your local restaurants, because you know what? Without them, we're nothing.
And the shortlist for the Sparkling Wine Producer is Maison Mum, Gusbourne, Langham Wine Estates, Les Bortolets, and the winner is a winery headed up by young winemakers Tommy Grimshaw and Oliver Whitfield, who plan on cycling from Land's End to John O'Groats. It's Langham Wine Estates.
We are all here at Langham Wine Estate, humbled by this award, the IWSC Sparkling Wine Producer of the Year. For us in Dorset, from a relatively small single vineyard estate, to have achieved such prestigious international recognition is fantastic, not just for myself, but for all of us, especially considering the depth and breadth of the competition. For our winery team, headed up by Tommy with Lauren's assistance, and our vineyard team, headed up by Ollie with Georgina's assistance. Our thanks go to the judges and all at IWSC.
And now onto our whisky categories. The shortlist for Worldwide Whisky Producer is Kavalan Distillery, Sazerac Company, Terranpelli Brewery and Distillery, the Lark Distillery. And the winner is one of Finland's oldest whisky producers. They started out in 2002 with a handmade Scottish copper pot still, and today use all their energy from their own wood pellet power plant. It's Terran Pelly Brewery and Distillery.
Hi, my name is Anssi and I'm here with my wife Marianne. We are the owners and founders of Terran Pelly Distillery. Today we have a very special day. Today we have received a Whiskey Producer of the Year award. We did not see this coming 20 years ago when we started. Today our crew and we are very pleased to have received this special award for us.
Thank you and cheers. And as we say in Finland, kiitos ja kippis.
The shortlist for Scotch Whisky Producer is Shivers Brothers, William Grant & Sons, Dewars, White & Mackay, Distell. And the winner is a company whose iconic triangular bottles are recognised the world over and were designed by Hans Schläger, a pre-war refugee from Germany. It is, of course, William Grant & Sons.
I'm delighted to pick up this award on behalf of everybody at William Grant & Sons. Scotch Whisky Producer of the Year is at the heart of what we do as a business, and we are very, very proud to be recognised by the IWSC. Obviously 2020 has been a very, very difficult year for all of us, and for our industry and for our colleagues in hospitality, and I'm personally very proud of the way we as a company have reacted. We've pulled together and we've done everything we can to help our communities and the industry at large. It's obviously a real shame we can't be in London to celebrate this together, but fingers crossed, I'm hopeful 2021 will be one hell of a party when we finally all get to be back at the banquet in London. So for the moment, from me and from everybody at the company, it's a big thank you. We hope to see you soon. We look forward to being back together in London. Stay safe. Slanjavar.
Before we continue to our two most anticipated Outstanding Producer Awards, have you ever wondered if wines and spirits are tasted the same way? So we've seen how the wine judging process works. Is it very different for spirits, Joel?
Well, there are some real key differences, David. For a start, we use a smaller glass. We use less liquid. We're dealing with a higher strength alcohol, so that means we need less of it. There's probably a little bit less swirling, to be honest. And there's a huge emphasis on nosing. Most of the master blenders in the world actually will just use their nose to create their products. But the nosing, the palate, and the finish, they are similar ways of assessing it. And I always like to think of it as a journey, an integration of the way that the smell, the taste and the finish work.
And is it okay to dilute it? I'm never sure about that.
It is. I mean, we're dealing with some pretty punchy alcohol at times. Some of the bourbons that we have are up at 65, 67% ABV. Some of the Navy strength gins, 57% plus. So adding water just dilutes the alcohol down, opens up the flavours. We're here to judge the complexity and the balance. We're not here to judge the alcohol. And sometimes if it's too overpowering, you absolutely can dilute with water.
And it's all about a group of opinions as well, isn't it?
It is, and that's where the key thing about any judging is it's not one person's opinion. And when we're tasting these incredible spirits that come through, we have a discussion about them and what medal it should get and where it sits points-wise. And for me, that's a really big key about judging anything, is it's a group opinion of experts in the room.
And you're dealing with some seriously pricey stuff. Are you not tempted sometimes to let a little bit slip down?
Well, of course, a little bit slips through the net, if you like. Some of these cognacs and whiskies that we get through are worth a lot of money, and the temptation is to enjoy it to its fullest. But we have to maintain our professionality. We're in the room to judge and to do a professional job. So most of the time, it's all about making sure that we're as prepared for the last sample as we are for the first. And now, our top Spirit Award for Outstanding Spirit Producer is sponsored by Forsyths. One of the leaders in the supply of distillation equipment, their stills can now be found on every continent. To this day, they hand beat their copper to form their stills. And the winner of the 2020 Outstanding Spirit Producer is Belloni and Bourdillon Successeur.
It is such an honor for me, as CEO of BBS, part of Campari Group, to receive today the Outstanding Spirit Producer of the Year trophy. That level of excellence is the result of a combination of heritage, passion, the constant search for innovation and improving quality, a continuous work day after day, and a strong commitment from women and men from BBS who take at heart each step of the process, from the sugarcane farming, the fermentation, the distillation, to the aging of our beautiful rum. Therefore, I warmly thank Christian Moravy, Head of Agriculture, Henri Vicrobec, Head of Production, Daniel Baudin, Rum Master, and their teams. We are so happy. Thank you.
And joining me now to present the overall 2020 Outstanding Wine Producer Award is Tamara Roberts. Tamara, you won this award at Ridgeview back in 2018. What does it mean?
It's a huge accolade to be selected for such a prestigious award from among your peers. It brings massive global awareness for your brand, and the IWC team are fantastic at helping you promote that from within their channels, so it's fantastic.
So, Tamara, will you do the honours for us, please?
Certainly. And the winner is Morris Wines.
It is a great privilege to accept the trophy for the Most Outstanding Wine Producer of the Year. This would be by far and away the most significant award that the winery has won in its 160 years of operation. And as the fifth generation winemaker, I'm very pleased and proud to be representing and accepting on behalf of the previous four generations of Morris family winemakers who have all played a part in making these wines. Also, these awards cannot be won without the contribution of our staff at Morris Wines, and I'd like to thank them very much. And to the people who have supported us over the years by buying our wines, hopefully this is a great testament to the quality of wines that we make, and I'd also like to thank them. Thank you very much.
Now it's time for our last Lockdown Legend Award, recognising effort and achievement in the hospitality industry. The award is sponsored by the Consorzio Prosecco di Conigliano Valdobbiadene Superiore, and the winner will get to visit them here. The Conigliano Valdobbiadene Superiore DOCG represents over 180 producers within the historic production area of Prosecco. Prosecco Superiore DOCG is a contemporary and international sparkling wine, but one that is deeply rooted in the hills of Conigliano Valdobbiadene, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The winner of this Lockdown Legend Award was selected for being the leader in moving tastings online, hosting more than 600 events and sending out 7,000 wine sample packs to its customers. 67 Pall Mall.
Welcome to 67 Pall Mall. Ronan and I are delighted to accept this award on behalf of the club.
After a long few months of lockdown, we managed to find a way to bring the world's greatest wines and the world's greatest winemakers into the living rooms of our members. And we have plenty more in the pipeline, so please watch this space, and thank you very much, IWSC.
Our Wines and Spirits Communicator of the Year Awards recognise those who go above and beyond to share their knowledge and passion of wines and spirits with a wider audience. And this year, those skills have been under the spotlight like never before. The 2021 Spirits Communicator of the Year is sponsored by Chivers Brothers. Leading Scotch whisky producer Chivers Brothers' mission is to open up Scotch to new audiences and territories, whilst keeping sustainability at its heart. Their award-winning portfolio features some of the world's most revered Scotch whisky brands, including Chivers Regal, Ballantine's, The Glenlivet and Royal Salute. The shortlist for the 2021 Spirits Communicator of the Year award is Becky Paskin, Neil Ridley, The Three Drinkers, Ian Burrell, Billy Abbott. And the winner is Becky Paskin.
It feels so strange to be accepting an award like this under the circumstances, but I'm incredibly humbled by this recognition. I'm told one of the reasons why I've been named Spirits Communicator of the Year is for my work championing diversity and inclusion within the whisky industry. I'm proud to say that work will continue over the next year and beyond, and I'm excited to work with the whisky industry to achieve greater equality and inclusivity in the future. Thank you.
Finally, our last award of the evening, 2021 Wine Communicator, sponsored by Vinitaly. One of the largest wine fairs in the world, Vinitaly has been running since 1967, considered one of the premier international wine events. Promoting wine culture 365 days a year, it makes an active contribution to the growth of the wine system and promotes world wine passion. The shortlist for 2021 Wine Communicator is Anne Krebiel, MW, Elaine Chucken-Brown, Melissa Monosoff, MS, Nina Kaplan. And the winner is Elaine Chucken-Brown.
It is an incredible honor to be named alongside Nina Kaplan, Anne Krebiel, and Melissa Monosoff for this year's IWSC Wine Communicator Award. As an Indigenous woman from Alaska, being recognized internationally is an even greater honor. May my work be of service to the wine community. Thank you for this incredible award.
After a judging season like no other, that brings an end to our 2020 awards ceremony. This event could not have happened without the support of all of the judges who trusted the IWSC, hosting the sessions in challenging circumstances.
Indeed, a year like no other. And a special thank you to Kavalan Distillery for supplying face masks and hand wipes for all staff and judges.
Thank you too to Tamara Roberts and the team here at Ridgeview for allowing us to be here at their lovely winery.
And lastly, to all of you, many congratulations to all our entrants, the shortlists, and of course, our winners.
From all of us here at the IWSC, we look forward to seeing you in 2021.